What's up? I'm back, and I want to talk to you about a story that I heard today about a bear. You know, like bears in the wild versus bears in the zoo. There's a story about this bear, and he's rummaging through some garbage cans, and everybody knows when bears are starting to get closer into society, into where people are, that's when the bear attacks start. That's when they start. So they have to capture the bear. And when you've seen a bear first captured in a cage, he's going crazy, just thrashing around in the cage because he wants to be out. He hasn't been in any cage. And what they do is they take him and they put him in a zoo, and he's there in the zoo. And so then the zookeepers, they're trying to feed the bear and everything. And at first, they have a stick with the meat on it, and they're 5 foot long stick. They're like way back and putting the meat in the cage because the bear's still trying to get out, banging his head on the bars, trying to get out as much as he can. And as time goes on, the dinner keeps coming. He realizes that he doesn't, it's just coming to him. The meat is coming to him. And slowly over time, the zookeepers, they don't need as long of a stick. And so pretty soon they can just bring it and toss it in the cage. Because the bear gave up. There's only so long that you can bang your head up against some bars until you realize that those bars aren't budging. So the bear gave up. And pretty soon, even then they'd throw the meat in, the bear would claw it and smack around the meat and growl at it. And after a while he realized that, hey, I don't even have to do that. And so as the zookeepers would come, he would just be laying there waiting for his meat and throw the meat in there. And he would chew on it, because it's not alive. Free food. He settled. You could see the fire in his eyes disappear as he became used to this cage and used to having the daily meat come to him. And then the zookeepers were like, you know what? I wonder what happened if we took the cage off of the bear. Let's see what... And everyone's like, no, we're not going to do that. You saw how he was when we first trapped him. He was crazy. He'll kill somebody if we do that. The zookeeper looks around, thinks about it some more, and he's like, you know what, let's do it. And so the next day, when they're going to feed him, they lift up the cage. They take the cage off of the bear. And he's ready, any moment, he could just run. And he could just take out some people. Be free again, get into the wilderness or whatever, They take off the cage. And the zookeepers bring the meat. And they throw it 5 feet away from where the cage was. And the bear gets up and walks to the end right where the cage was. But it's no longer there. And sits and waits. He's so used to the cage being there that he doesn't realize that it's not there. And he waits for the meat to get there. And, how many times in our life are we put in this cage, we're stuck in this cage, and then it's gone? Or it's not even there. Maybe there's not even a cage there, but we have it in our mind that there is one. Anyways, this bear could have been out thrashing around, getting his own food. But he was so used to getting the bare minimum. He could have been eating as much fish as he wanted. But he got so used to eating a piece of meat every day. Just like at our daily jobs. You go to school for how many years to get paid $13 an hour, maybe $15 an hour? That's not enough to pay for a family, to raise a family, to feed your family. Then you get a weekly check or monthly check. The bare minimum. There's your meat. And you're stuck in this cage, commuting to work in traffic, banging your head up against the wall. Honestly, how many of us are like this bear? Stuck in this cage, and then once it's gone, hey, you could get rid of that cage honestly anytime you wanted. But that's where the risk comes in. And what are you willing to risk? Like this bear, he was done. He's settled. He's settled. He's like, you know what? It's easy. I don't have to do anything. When he could be out in the wilderness in the wilderness, in the woods. Just freedom. Eating as much as he wanted, doing whatever he wanted. Maybe he's one of those bears that just likes to stay put out in the wood, get food when he wants to, but he's free. And that's the thing with us is we need to break through that cage. We need to risk, because that's where we will succeed. No success comes without risk. We need to break through that invisible cage, get out of that zoo, get going. And I believe that what I'm doing right now with Empower Network that's breaking through the cage, this invisible cage. It gives me the tools that I need to be free, to travel the world, to raise a family how I would want to raise my family, not have somebody else raise them because I'm working all the time. And so I just wanted to share that story with you because it really, like when I heard it, it really meant a lot to me. And I was like, duh, that's what we are. That's what society has become. They're okay with living in a cage, coming home, sitting on the couch, watching TV, getting handed the daily check, their weekly, monthly check, whatever it is, coming home, watching TV, getting the bare minimum, handed that meat, when they could be living so much, they could be doing so much more. You know, maybe you're thinking, hey, are you kidding me? There's no room at the top. There's plenty of room at the top. Are you kidding me? You know where there's no room? There's no room at the bottom. No room at the bottom. Everybody's at the bottom. I mean, everybody I know trying to get their check, scraping the bottom of the barrel, getting by. And you know who's pulling them down? There's like crabs down here, down at the bottom. Somebody tries to get out, pull them down. So I just wanted to leave you with that and encourage you to go for it. Take that risk, and you can do it. I believe in you. I'm here for you. My brother's here for you, and my team's here for you. And we will make it happen, because I want to see you succeed. As much as I want to succeed, I want to see you succeed. So go and make your dreams come true. And I'll see you guys there. All right.